YouTube? It's James with ChiHammer Fantasy Battle Report's got another battle report for today. It is not a tournament again. Round number 2, I guess. Guys, what's going on? So, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Disclaimer, if you hear a lot of noise in the background this time, even though normally you'll get an ambulance or two, this time it looks like they're doing construction on this building. There it goes. They're doing construction. I believe they're taking the sign down at the top of the building here. In all fairness, just to clue you guys in what's going on with my life, the building that my gym is, my business is in, they're tearing it down. This is after the fire. This has been like several months later. Landlord sold the place, and what's going to end up happening is he sold the place. The person who bought it is going to destroy it, make condos. I got to find a new fucking place to go. But that has nothing to do with my battle report. That's just what's going on with James Silva. Anyways, guys, I've been playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons lately, enjoying the hell out of that with the Juice Crew. And besides that, what else is going on? I brought my dog to work today. And yeah, I got to give a shout out to James. I think his name is James Croceta. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I just butchered it. But he's going to go ahead and send me a Lucha Libre Orc in the mail. He said he wants me to put it in my team on my Savage Orc block, which I haven't even seen it yet, but I'm actually kind of curious. I haven't responded to him yet on Facebook or on email, but just letting you know, if you're watching it right now, I totally would love it. That would be fucking awesome. Anyways, guys, let's get into this game really quick. Let's go in. This is going to be a short game. This is another game at the Dice Dojo. I got a game against Luke Nickel. I believe Len requested people to come out to play, and Luke responded, I responded, and what's really funny is I ended up showing up late, even though I live like down the block from the Dice Dojo, and but Luke showed up. He played a game against Len, and then me and Luke played right after Len left. That seems to be the way it goes, is Len shows up, I show up after Len, and Len leaves. So, and then Len's always like, we need to play, man, we need to play. I know we need to fucking play, goddammit. Anyways, so let's go over what I have, and let's go over what he has. Now, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I'm bringing to Masters. If you guys already saw the Masters list, it came out today or yesterday. Basically, it's the same thing I'm bringing. I got probably a point penalty because I turned it in late, and it's the same fucking list I've been playing on my battle reports the last couple battle reports. You know why? Because Saturday or Sunday morning when I was supposed to turn in the list, Neil Hamilton sent me a message. He goes, "Hey, boss, don't forget to turn in the list." I said, "Okay, I won't." Then later on in the day, we were watching a movie, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, "Hey, I got to remember to turn in the list." She's like, "Okay, I'll remind you." And then later on in the night, she's like, "Hey, don't forget to turn in the list." I said, "Okay." And then in the morning, I wake up, and I get a message from Skaven and AZ saying, "Hey, you never turned in your list." I'm like, son of a bitch! Anyways, this is the list right here. Let's start off with King Koopa. King Koopa's fat ass on a Gargantula spider with a dragon staff and paired weapons with a shield breaker. Alrighty then. Got my 20 Mean Guard, with common goblins with bows and shields. I got my 26 Feral Orc Ed Bashers with the big Stabadon, paired weapons, fighting extra rank banners. Got the A-Rock with a web launcher for once. And basically, no, actually this one, she does not have a web launcher. I changed that recently. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Over here I got my General Zod, and Zod is on he's an Iron Orc Warlord with paired weapons, Touch of Greatness. This round he has the Wizard Crown. The Wizard Crown is actually one of the things I cut out, mainly because going to Masters I feel like I'm going to fight people with Alchemy. I'm going to fight people with what's the word I'm looking for? Infernal Dwarves and stuff like that, and I think Zod having the Dragon Helm helps him out. Basalt Infusion, excuse me, helps him out a little bit more, unfortunately. And then the last few games I watched here, the Wizard Crown, it gets used, but not used enough, I think. And it kind of sucks, because I really do like that Wizard Crown on him. I got the K-Pack here, and I got my 6 Cave Trolls. I got my Green Guard and Mean Guard, like I told you, and then I got my 24 Goblins with bows and shields. Or, I'm sorry, my 24 Goblins with tomahawks and bows, with Baxter and Bazooka in the unit. For my opponent, Luke, he's going to go ahead and bring out, it's a Chaos Warriors of the Dark Gods army. So these are both the hounds, whatever they are, fell hounds, hell hounds, asshole hounds. Over here, he has a unit of Marauder horsemen. The Marauder horsemen are armored up, so basically they're not going to be like light cavalry. They are going to be a scoring unit, and they're basically kind of swole. Over here, he has his general on that the one that's primered. His general is rocking a item that basically nullifies, or I think it's a mark that nullifies any magic items touching him. Basically because he said that guy keeps getting murked by magic items. He has his Chaos Sorcerer, and I want to say the Sorcerer has Alchemy. We'll find out in a minute. And then he has a giant block of Barbarians with Spears. 2 units of 10 chosen, and this unit is actually pretty nasty. It's really fucking nasty. It's a lot of fucking attacks. From magic, I end up getting Know Thy Enemy, Pyro Flow, Flaming Swords, Fireball, and Enveloping Embers. Embers was planned to just take out the Barbarians, and the rest was meant to just start picking wounds at everybody. Now, he does have a high-ass armor, and I believe we're playing Battle Line. So we're playing Battle Line. We're playing Hold the Center. We got a 1 and a 1. Alright. Now, I want to say I dropped first because I got my guy sideways, and basically that means I'm just going to run up usually. So I go ahead and he obviously picked that side. He gave me this side with the building. I put Koopa on the left. I put Koopa, basically he's going to run up the flank. I want to say, we'll see. Actually, he got first turn. He totally got first turn. It's just that I don't expect him to run up a Koopa on Koopa's side. And part of the thing was based on his Barbarian block. I understood his Barbarian block was over. That's the only thing on that side. So what ended up happening was I ended up scouting my Forest Goblins on the left, moved them up a little bit closer for the Vanguard, and then Koopa's going to stay on the left side. Just basically he's going to threaten the flank of the Barbarians, so that way he's not going to just walk straight forward into my Savages. And then I was going to have the Forest Goblins. I put them on this side because out of all the things I could shoot or nuke, those are the squishiest ones besides the dogs. Over on the right side, as you can see, he has his dogs, chosen with a character in it, and then more dogs, and he has a unit of 4 Crusher Knights, Crusher Cavalry. I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't have a picture of that. In the back, he has his Marauder Horseman with his Wizard in it. On the right side, I have the A-Rock, I have the K-Pack, I have 20 Goblins with the bows there. I got Zod. In reality, so like I said, this game's going to be really fast. That's why I have a huge-ass intro. It's because I made a lot of mistakes in this. Zod isn't close enough where he can keep the bubble on the trolls. The BSB isn't close enough range to keep the bubble on the trolls. Put the Savages in the middle because if anybody's going to hold the center, it's going to have to be them. So, and he's going to get first turn, like I said. So it's going to be Warriors of the Dark Gods, turn 1. Warriors of the Dark Gods, turn 1. He just moves up. Of course he does. He throws the dogs with their Release the Hounds move, and he walks right in front of my trolls and my Savages, and I keep falling. I keep falling for this over and over and over again. One day I'll figure it out. One day. But today is not that day. Anyways, so he blocks two units, and I'm not too worried about the trolls versus the Barbarians. Honestly, I'm not worried about the trolls fighting anybody in his army. Anybody. He doesn't have the stupid sword that does D3 wounds, and that's the other item I was worried about for Zod, was that D3 flaming sword thing that the warriors have. But I wasn't worried about that, to be honest. I really wasn't. I was more worried about where the Savage is going to be. Trolls don't really give a fuck. And like I said, over on this side, he decides to chaff me with his dogs on this side, so he could get his Crusher Cav a little closer to charge and threaten charge distances, right? Magic, he's going to go ahead and get a 2 on the Flux, goes ahead and does a Fireball onto me. He ends up killing off a couple Savages, and that's it. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Guys, on a 3, 2, WOG! I'm going to WOG. Now, I charged the Spider, the A-Rock, into the dogs, and he's like, son of a bitch, terror is a thing. And I'm like, yes, it is. Terror is goddamn a thing. So he flees, right? And when he flees, I'm like, haha, the fucking K-Pack is free, and the K-Pack can do whatever it wants and charge whatever it wants, right? Now, in reality, I should have charged the K-Pack into the dogs to push the dogs even further, then redirect the K-Pack into the unit on the left. What I ended up doing, and this is a giant brain fart by me, was I charged the K-Pack into the Chosen with his Lord. And my goal here, was to hit him. Now, I'm not going to kill him. He's going to be steadfast. I understand that, right? But my goal here was to hit the Chosen, hold him for a turn, and just do massive damage, right? And I thought, haha, his juggernauts are chaffed by his dogs. Well, I fucking wogged. I have Swift Stride, and I'm not thinking the spider's actually going to catch those guys right there. And they are not that far. They're like a 6 away on dice. I don't know why I thought I wasn't going to catch him. Like, aha, he fled, and he's going to be in his own way, chaffing himself. No, no, no. I'm going to fucking catch him, and my spider's going to be in a very vulnerable spot to get charged by some damn juggernauts. Alright, anyways, Zod! Zod goes into his other unit of Chosen. The reasoning for this was I was just hoping to hit him, wound him, do enough damage, right? And hold him for a couple turns, allowing my savages to get into a favorable position. The trolls are going straight forward because he did not give me a flank to the dogs. He gave me a front to the dogs, so I'm going to hit the dogs, overrun towards the barbarians, right? That is my goal. That is my plan. Let's see how it goes. Well, like I said, the fucking A-Rock actually catches the fucking dogs. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I forgot that it's that close. It was so stupid of me. So stupid. I could have just redirected him. Anyways, everybody else gets in. Boom, boom, boom. Now I set it up so that Koopa, he had a giant in the unit of barbarians. The giant comes up to the left, and basically he's threatening my Koopa. So Koopa just walks away. My goal here was to start hitting him with pyromancy and let him just start taking a couple wounds here and there, and then eventually have Koopa finish him off, right? So, and then the savages held back, and the goblins are just going to try to shoot shit. Magic, I got a 2 on the flux. Go ahead and I do a fireball here, kill off 3 barbarians. Go ahead and shoot them with the BGKs. BGKs kill off 3 more barbarians. I'll go ahead and shoot the green guard into his Chosen, or his Juggernauts. Juggernauts take a wound. Over here, impact hits. I'm like, alright, I'm going to fuck these guys up. I'm like, boom! I get like, say, 10 or 13 impact hits, right? And then I'm like, all right, what are you, T4? And he's like, T5. I'm like, son of a bitch. They're the mark of sloth. So I hit him. I do like only like 7 wounds or 6 wounds, and he makes a couple armor saves. I only killed 2 dudes, and I'm like, what? And I forgot they have 2 wounds apiece. Are you fucking kidding? And I only killed 4. I'm honestly, when I go into this, I'm hoping that I did enough to make him just panic and run. I'm like, it is possible. It is totally possible. Not when he's fucking T5 and has a good armor save. Motherfuckers hit me back and they just destroy the damn K-Pack. I have 1 K-Pack there. Now, I have a charge and 4 wounds. That's it. Okay? So I have 5 on the combat res. 5 on the motherfucking combat res. Okay? He did 9 wounds. So I'm down by 4. I'm a leadership 5 and I rolled exactly the 5. He's like, what the fuck? I was like, oh my god, that was so fucked up. That was so fucked up. Well, what did Zod do? Zod killed off like 2 or 3 guys. But Zod, not only the impact hits from Zod, Zod actually has some good fucking weapons. Over here, the trolls are going to destroy the dogs, and they overrun right into the barbarians' way like I was hoping they would do. I did this on purpose, so basically he can't flank Zod with this giant block of barbarians. And, oh yeah, there's Zod's thing. Zod kills off 2 of them. I think I just whiffed on the hits to hit rolls. I rolled a couple 1s. Yeah, that's how it looks. It's going to start off turn 2. Warriors of the Dark Gods. Warriors of the Dark Gods, turn 2. Charges his Juggernauts here into the fucking A-Rock. That's going to happen. He's going to charge Barbarians to the Trolls. That's going to happen. And that's it. Boom, boom. Magic. Got a 7 on the flux. Goes ahead. I don't even know what happened here. A-Rock ends up killing off one of his guys, but he ends up doing 2 wounds. He has a charge, 2 wounds, and a banner. I did like 2 wounds back. I lose by 2. I'm stubborn. I fail the stubborn. I run away. He chases me down, and apparently he didn't even care about the DTs. Over here, he ends up finishing off my last K-Pack. He is going to face my general, which is going to happen. I think he just positioned himself where he could see basically anything he wanted to. As for my general ends up taking a wound here. I end up doing a couple wounds back. I win combat. He is steadfast. That's going to stick. Over here, he ends up killing off one of my trolls. I really don't care. My trolls end up going back, and they fucking punk. Look at this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 barbarians. He's like, Holy shit. If he didn't kill that one guy, though, I would have fucking broke his steadfast and he would have ran off the damn table. So basically, we're going to stick there for a turn. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I'm going to charge the savages into those chosen. This is really crucial. This is really crucial. If I could get this in, if I could get this fucking charge in, Zod is protected on both sides. Zod should be able to finish off those chosen. These savages should fuck up those chosen. I'll be good, right? So Orcs and Goblins turn 2, I charge, and I fucking fail the charge. And they just run forward like ever so slightly. So I move the Goblins all closer. I'm going to shoot all the Goblins into the fucking chosen. My other Spider Riders can't get around to chaff him. Zod is in a horrible fucking space. I move Koopa back this way because that giant was annoying the fuck out of me on the other side. Alright, Magic got a 3 on the flux. Go ahead and I do a Pyroclastic Flow here. I end up doing like a wound. I end up doing Know Thy Enemy onto Zod, and the reason why I did this was because I'm hitting him on 2s instead of 3s, I think it was. And then shooting. I shoot everything into these guys. I end up killing off like one guy. Alright. As for close combat with the barbarians, my trolls end up getting another troll murked, but they end up just fucking up the barbarians. I win combat. They run. Alright, they run this way to block his charge from his mounted guys there to my Spider Riders. So I turned my trolls around. This way, made them 4 wide, and basically I'm waiting for whatever charged into Zod or my savages. The trolls will be able to mop it up. Right? Well, what ends up happening with the fight with Zod, I go ahead and I get Know Thy Enemy up, which makes him, I believe, harder to hit me by 1. I'll be defensive 9 to his offensive 5. Right? So he's hitting me on 5s. He has no buffs on these guys. So he's hitting me on 5s, wounding me on 4s. And he fucking does 3 wounds. And I fail all 3 armor saves. I fail all 3 ward saves. And Zod dies. Okay. That happened. And yeah, that's how it looks. It's going to start off his turn. Warriors of the Dark Gods turn 3. Warriors of the Dark Gods turn 3. He thought about this forever. Alright? He decides to charge both into the savages, but he was more worried if he charges, kills them, and overruns, how bad the trolls are going to countercharge into his general's unit, right? But he gets in. Boom, boom. He crisscrosses, so his general's unit's on that side, and his other guys are on this side, and basically this will allow him, this little bit of overlap is going to allow him to overrun into my goblins if he does a normal overrun of like a 4 or a 5, right? These guys kept running. No panic was caused. Basically, his wizard comes out, his sorcerer comes out, his giant comes around. These guys are coming around, and here is the center. And the magic, he ends up getting a spell off. I can't even read what the fuck that spell is, but it's probably a debuff. And then close combat, challenge with, because he had no champion in the chosen, hit challenge, and his general kicks the shit out of this guy. Then they end up kicking the shit out of the rest of my savages. He overruns, I end up killing off 3 guys. I was really hoping, as you can see on the right side I had steadfast. On the left side I needed to do 1 more wound to hold steadfast for 1 round to let the trolls try to come in. And I failed to do so. They run, he chases, he gets into all my goblin units. My trolls don't see shit. And of course my trolls fail stupidity. It's stupidity 4. So it didn't even matter if I could see something, I didn't pass stupidity. Or vice versa. And then close combat here. He's just gonna fuck up my wizard or my BSB, kills my BSB, everything runs, and basically right there we call it. That's the end of the game. There was no point of sticking around right after that. That was pretty nasty. Moral of the story is pay attention to what the hell you're charging the K-Pack into, because I had such a benefit with the K-Pack against a close combat army like this. He doesn't have, I mean, he had 2 units of chaff, really, and after that, he really had to take impact hits from the K-Pack. But unfortunately, I charged the one thing that didn't really give a fuck if the K-Pack charged them, you know. I put my general in a bad spot in the beginning. I think I just kind of rushed the game pretty fast. I think that a little bit more spread out from the trolls and the savages to allow not both of them to get chaffed by the same piece of chaff makes a big difference. But I think, yeah, I enjoyed it. It's fun to get back in the dojo, and that's something that I've been doing lately. I haven't been playing Universal Battle, period. I've been probably in the last like 3 or 4 months. I played 3 games, and all 3 games were against Phil Carl. And mainly, I'm going to tell you guys, for those of you who are watching who are like, James, I asked you to play, me and Phil, our games are always like an hour or less. But going to the dojo is a little bit different, just to get the game out on the table and playing. So that was interesting. I haven't been, again, it's just taking it back to my roots. That's how I started playing the game. That's how I'm going to keep playing it. But I'm going to get back to Universal Battle probably closer to tournament season. This is not tournament season, even though I'm going to Masters next week, and I am totally not prepared for it like last year. Last year I went to Masters. Guys, if you guys haven't picked this up already, I am seasonal. All the tournaments in the United States are probably like around April to about September-ish, right? And those are all like the good ones, right? Then there's a couple more in November, December, but usually those are like I have to travel a lot further to get to those. And then when Master hits around, I haven't played or practiced in a goddamn long time, so I really don't give a fuck. Oh man. Anyways, MVP in this game is fucking nobody. Nobody's getting that fucking MVP award. You know why? Because I fucking suck as a general in this game. Luke did a great job playing against me. Luke has a winning streak against me and Nick Creep, he said, which is kind of cool. It's like I said, it's kind of cool just getting against him. Besides that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I did not enjoy making the game because I got my ass kicked so bad. But yeah, my next videos are going to be in Masters. So until next time, guys, if you guys have any comments, please leave feedback down below. All feedback is appreciated. I basically read every comment that is put down there. So I might not reply to them all. You know, I'm kind of an asshole that way. But if you guys would like to see, what was I going to say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. If you guys do like my videos, you can hit like, share, and subscribe. You can always leave me. If you would like to show further support, you can always go to my Patreon. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Still working on the t-shirt business, but the t-shirt business is on hold until I figure out what I'm doing with my real business, my personal training business. And besides that, I have a bunch of videos recorded for D&D. If you guys are interested in watching those, I might upload those on a different channel sometime soon. And you guys get to see all the people who text message me or Facebook message me on my computer while they're talking shit about people who are playing the game that I'm playing with. Anyways, besides that, yeah, that's about it for it. Guys, hope you enjoy. Take care and peace.